So, I'm offline today. Today is the day I'm offline. And I have developed this capability of having full days offline ever since I started this journey of, balance with technology, if you want to call it that. So today, I'm enjoying nature, going for a walk. I was reading a book. I did a little bit of math. I don't know, that's a hobby that's suddenly come into my life in a small way. And I had to take care of a couple of things. But I stayed offline, or I'm staying offline today. And that's been a part of my life for many, many years now, 3-4 years, where I have days in my week where I'm offline, completely offline. No using the internet, nothing. Doing analog hobbies. And I just wanted to talk about it because I think it's important that we develop a culture for a balance with technology. Just like we have a culture for the body, we should have a culture for the mind. And what I mean by that is everybody knows, and it's consensus, that you should be physically active some parts of your week. A couple of days a week you should go to the gym and be physically active. That's healthy for your body specifically, but also for your mind and for totality, for the whole being you are. You need to have physical activity. In the same way, I think it's just important that we dedicate time, days of our week, when we are offline and off the internet, the mind of the cloud, the collective mind. So, what I used to do before, when I had delegated days that were offline throughout the week, is I used to have specific days, Tuesdays and Thursdays, I think it was back then. I do things a little bit differently now. But 2-3 years ago when I started this journey, I had Tuesdays and Thursdays, I remember that very well, as my offline days where I didn't spend time on the internet at all. And nowadays it's a bit different. I choose randomly which days to be offline, and I'll come back to that in another video, how to do these things. But my point is, just like we have developed a culture for well-being of our body, we have to do the same thing for our mind. I just wanted to say that because as I'm walking here on my offline day, doing just analog things, it gives me a choice. I have a choice now. I've developed a choice of consciously choosing my time offline. I didn't used to have that before. 6 years ago, or even 10 years ago, I didn't have that choice at all. I was compulsively using the internet. But once you develop the ability to stay offline on those offline days, and of course there's an initial hump where it will be very boring, but you'll get over that. Once you get over that initial hump and you get used to being offline and used to having offline days, just like you're used to going to the gym a couple of days a week, once you get used to that, you come to a point where it's as natural as, breathing almost, or as natural as going to the gym, or as natural as any other obligation. And it's not even an obligation anymore. It's not even a discipline anymore. Once you're into it 4-5 years into it, it's not even a discipline. It's more like, I want to be offline today. Let's just not be online. So, it's beautiful. It's a bit slower, but it's quieter and it's calmer. As you listen to the stillness, you notice the stillness around you. And that's the beauty of it, that once you choose to not tap into the collective mind of the world, you're forced to, or not forced, because you might have your own things that you have to process and go through, as we all do, but in a sense, you're more likely to tap into the stillness of reality and what is real, which is the reality that hears these words, consciousness. So when you step outside of the internet matrix and the collective mind, there's a higher likelihood of everything becoming stellar and you feeling more at peace with yourself. Because you no longer feed yourself with endless loop of the collective mind. You start noticing the stillness around you and within you. So in a sense, there's a connection and a link between technology and spirituality. If you're in balance with technology, you're in balance with spirituality. If you have balance in the way you approach the collective mind through the internet, if you're in balance there and are capable of tapping in and out at will, you're much more in balance in your totality and in your soul. And you will be in tune with who you really are, because you're not constantly tapping into what the world is saying. And then you only have yourself. So do that a couple of days a week. Have offline days. Be offline for a full day. Do that for 2-3 years, and it will be as natural as breathing. And you'll be much more in tune with yourself. Can you hear the highway? It's so still. That's the benefit of being offline. That's all I have to say. I'll catch you next time. Peace.